Hey everyone, welcome to my 2017 game room tour. This was a topic that was requested by a few of you guys on a feedback video I posted back in 2016. I hope to do more videos like this in the near future, so stay tuned if you're interested in this sort of thing. So I've shown you this room briefly before, but I recently made some changes to better accommodate my YouTube and Twitch workflow. For instance, at the far end of the room, I was able to bring in a second desk to store various equipment I use for recording. This includes my mic, as well as recording box, and my FrameMeister upscaler, and a Sony PVM. I have some other devices hooked up that aid in the recording process, but I'll be saving some information on those for a future recording setup video. Moving over clockwise, I've got a shelf with some disc-based games, mostly PlayStation and PlayStation 2. I don't really consider myself much of a game collector these days since I mostly rely on flash cards for my older systems. However, I do still pick up the occasional game for later CD-based consoles since many of them tend to be cheap. Next to this, I have a lengthy futon I sit on when playing games on my main TV. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it looks respectable and its size is good for when I have multiple people over. In the closet to the right of that, I have a few more shelves housing some of my other random gaming items. I also have my Pentium computer with Windows 95 loaded on it. Computer gaming in the late 90s was a big part of my formative years, and it's great having a rig that's nearly identical to what I grew up with. I still play old Windows and DOS games on it, and I occasionally stream it to Twitch as well. At the top of this closet, I have several of my game console boxes. I like having my systems complete in box for various reasons, and it's nice to be able to display them up here. A few of you guys have noticed them in the various face-to-face videos I've done in this room, and it's always fun to see your comments pointing those out. Moving further around the room, I have another shelf used for more CD-based games, this time mostly original Xbox with a hint of PlayStation 2. Next to that, we finally make our way to my trusty Sony Trinitron. Its shell has definitely seen some better days, but overall this TV has been a trusty companion since 2002, and it's still going strong. The only console I have permanently hooked up to it right now is my NES, but I do have it set up in a way to where I can feed composite to it with any system, have it display on my TV, and still tap into my recording setup at the same time on the other side of the room. To the right of my television is my main entertainment center that stores a majority of my older game consoles. I used to have each of these hooked up permanently and wired into switch boxes, but recently I decided to disconnect them, allowing for a more versatile mobile setup. I often prefer to take my systems out to the living room to play them on my HD television through the FrameMeister, but having them permanently mounted made it difficult to do so. Also, as I upgraded the RGB on many of my consoles, it proved difficult to record some of them due to the cables not stretching all the way across the room. As a result, this new setup is a lot more efficient for work purposes, and it looks a lot cleaner too. The side cubbies house a bunch of game controllers and whatnot, and I have a couple of boxes on the bottom shelf with neatly organized power and video cables, which makes it easy to swap systems in and out from any screen in the apartment. Last but not least, no game room is complete without boatloads of wall art. Mine's a mix of various pieces, from wall scrolls of my favorite games, to some framed posters, CNC signs, and some other random trinkets, including actual games. Some of these are carts I actually enjoy, others are donations from viewers, and some are discs I have nostalgia for that, at the same time, may be too scratched to play. So, that's pretty much my game room as of 2017. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. It's a tiny room, it is what it is, but to me it's comfy and allows me to get my YouTube and Twitch work done with relative ease. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief tour, and I want to thank the several of you guys that requested this video many months ago. I hope to tackle some other topics you guys requested in future videos, so stay tuned for those. If any of you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to drop me a line in the comments section below. As usual, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.